Take my hand, come with me, and we'll find better ways to be something much more than we'll see. And we'll live, and we'll grow, taking steps into the unknown. There we will find the essence of life.
I'm here with the cast members of Femme Fatale, and let me tell you, they're killer women and killer personalities.
I play a detective, and she seemingly comes across as just being very forthright with wanting to put somebody behind bars, only until the end.
That's what I was going to say, there's always a twist, right?
Always a twist.
And what is your experience like when you were acting and coming up? Was it a moment, at what age did you know you said, this is what I want to do for a career?
Well, I was actually a professional dancer the first part of my career. I was a Rockette in New York at Radio City and danced on Broadway, and then, yeah, I got this opportunity to audition for Law & Order, and I went to set and I was terrified because of course I was with the two lead actors on the show at the time and just shaking in my boots. And when the director yelled action, it was like I zoomed in and was that person in that moment, in that bar, playing that waitress, and I fell in love.
And that was it?
That was it.
I was in the third episode of the first season, an episode called Something Like Murder, where I play an evil, sexy masseuse, which is pretty hilarious in and of itself. And I'm just kind of this evil con woman that convinces this young trophy wife to fall in love with me, and that we were going to kill her rich old husband and run away with his money. And things go very, very badly from there. I've been performing my whole life. I used to be a dancer, and I did that for 11 years. And then actually we moved from Ohio to Georgia, and I was a very melodramatic 10-year-old girl, and I refused to make friends, and I told my mother that I was just never going to have another friend because I was upset that we had to move. So she put me in an acting class to kind of force me to get over myself, and I fell in love with it, and so I've been doing it ever since.
That's a great story. So now do you still say to your mom, thanks Mom?
Yes, I do. I owe my mom everything, and my dad, they're my #1 support system.
What's so amazing is you guys have these set of almost like baseball card playing cards.
Playing cards. It was a nice little thing to have at Natpe here. We can hand them out, and actually people were loving them, just in terms of a nice little PR sort of thing for us, and people get to know our characters a little bit and look forward to us. I'm in second season, so nobody's seen me yet, so this was a nice way to kind of get the word out.
And so here she is. Yeah,
exactly.
They're really, really cute.
Yeah, this was one of the most fantastic experiences I'd had. I come from a comedy background, and I really wanted to start doing action, and I had produced a short film that's an action thriller, and we got a lot of play and film festivals this year, and then out of the blue I ended up booking Femme Fatales, which is right up that alley, and I actually got to do a little comedy and a little action. It was the most perfect combination, and really the producers of the show could not be more amazing. It was the most really just peaceful, lovely, fun set I've worked on, and everyone's real supportive, and the fact that they're able to bring all of us women together who didn't really know each other, and everyone just was real supportive and loves each other, and we just have a really good time.
So tell us a little bit about your concept, your project, and what Femme Fatales is all about.
Well, the show's called Femme Fatales, and it's about empowered women. It's a half-hour anthology show on CineMax. Sexy, dangerous women in exciting situations. Men don't really end up very well on the show, but the women always come out on top.
And how did you guys first start working together?
We've known each other for quite a while, and we were really just looking for the right project to do together, and everything just sort of fell into place when CineMax bit on the idea.
And the writing team, who's putting all that together? How's that?
Steve and Mark.
Yeah, Mark and I are the primary writers on the show. We came up with the concept. We wrote a lot of the episodes. You know, we've done 26 episodes. So we bring in a lot of friends of ours, and people hear about the show, and it's probably the most creative freedom a lot of TV writers have had, because it's all new characters every episode. It's anthology style, so it's almost like little mini movies done in like a half hour.
Working on set, one of the girls was explaining to me like this Black Widow just like made an appearance and was cast in the show. Are there moments of like magic like that when you're on the set? You just say, yeah, that's perfect.
Well, that was a really perfect example. We were actually shooting an episode called Girls Gone Dead, and it was supposed to be a sorority house. And we were filming in this 100-year-old mansion up in the hills above downtown Los Angeles. And they were shooting around, this really rundown place. And suddenly this Black Widow just dropped right out of the ceiling, and the cameraman swung around and got it, and it worked perfectly into the episode.
Let me just say that no Black Widows were injured during the making of that episode.
And you didn't have to, pay them royalties or anything, right?
Fortunately, no.
Well, I worked in the first season when nobody really knew what was going on. And it was really great. I mean, I show up, everybody was very professional. The story was amazing. I did like a sorority, it was called Girls Gone Dead. It's like the sorority girls gone wild type of episode, where we get a little bit of a revenge on somebody who
wasn't so nice to you,
wasn't
right?
so nice to us. And I got to murder somebody for the first time, and so.
What was it like handling the different props and the different costumes, and were there any challenges along the way for you?
Actually, I did have, they had like the real, I used a hammer, a real hammer, and then there's like a rubber, rubber version, and I had to put it like in my skirt in the back so that they revealed that there was a hammer there, and the real one kept falling down, like falling out of my skirt. But I mean, if that's the worst of my problems, then it was a great experience,
My character's name is Tiffany, and I am a femme fatale, and I'm a vindictive sorority girl, where I with some of my best friends that you will also meet, Madison and Melissa, we're sorority girls that have been wronged by a sleazy producer, so we take revenge. We're like, we're not going to take this sitting down, you're in trouble. And we enjoy it so much that we go after other guys later in the other episodes.
It's fun, I guess, the first taste of death, would you say? I don't know how.
Exactly, when you first taste blood, it changes you. Just to warn you. Yeah.
Scary. Now tell us about your episode and some of the fun that you had playing your character.
Well, my character is Nicole Ryan, and from the first season, my father was the mob boss, and he dies at the end of the first season. And as you know, it's an anthology show, so it's not really linear storytelling, but it's individual episodes. And my father was killed in the first season, so I take over the family business, which is what the episode is called. It's called Family Business, and I'm the new mob boss in Cuesta Verde.
About it, you gonna kill me? That'd be a bad move on your part, lady.
No, I'm not gonna kill you. You are. So don't you say it's a lover, 'cause it's a lie, it's not true. I'm a really practical, laid-back person in real life, and I've never smacked a man. I've never slapped anyone, not just a man, anyone. And there's a scene in which my character slaps her love interest, and we couldn't do a stage slap because where the camera was positioned. So I got to smack him over and over and over again, and I was slapping him for real, and every time he just would stop and look at me and shake his head. But it was fun.
And now we have the lovely Sheena. So I love these playing cards.
Aren't they
so
awesome?
Much fun. Yes.
I know.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about your involvement in the project.
I came on first in the episode 16 Minutes of Fame. I am a sort of B-list actress turned serial killer. Very trying to get my 16 minutes of fame, and I kill people to do that, so.
Now tell us about how you first found out that you got cast.
I actually auditioned for a different role originally, and when I was at the audition, I walked in and they were like, oh, Angel? And I was like, no, I'm here for BB. And they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Did my read, they're like, okay, can you stay for Angel? Booked it on a cold read one time, so I guess I just had something they liked.
That's wonderful. Now tell us about your experience and how you decided to become an actress.
Ever since I was little, I did school plays growing up, and honestly, I don't know what else I would do. I just enjoy getting to play different characters. I mean, I get to be a serial killer on this show. It's awesome.
A lot of fun. Now, where did you grow up?
I actually grew up in the Los Angeles area, so actually San Gabriel Valley, so a little bit east of LA.
So you were always used to like the stardom, the red carpets, and all the craziness that goes along. That's your culture.
Definitely, yeah.
I fell in love with my character, and it's actually my dream come true because she plays this very ditzy, dumb act, and she actually is very smart in the episode. And you know, when I first started doing it, my character was just the kind of the dumb girl, but they had written it like halfway through, making it so I was actually the smart person, coming up with the plots and the schemes, and
the rest was just like a cover-up.
History. Yes,
I love that.
It was a lot of fun though, and it's really fun because my character comes back in future episodes and comes up with the same kind of things, like plots and schemes to like help out, like kill a new guy maybe that's wronged them in the past, which is very, very cool. And these guys have been such great people, and I've met the most wonderful girls, which you've met too, and it's been a fantastic time, really.
I auditioned for Libra, and they called me, and I found out on a Saturday, and I was so excited. And we were going to be shooting on the Wednesday, and in Libra I play a superhero. So I'm like this self-made vigilante, so I do a lot of fighting in the episode, and so I went to fight training the next day to prepare for it. So I was so excited.
Please, don't let me interrupt. Continue.